Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Ugh! Grabbing my pillow. It is currently, well, it says 10:55, but I think it's actually later than that. What time is it? It is 11:37 a.m. and my husband went down to go get us chairs. It was really, really nice when I woke up this morning. So I went to bed last night, again, at like 9 o'clock, and I woke up this morning at like 9:30. It's been kind of, to be honest with you, really nice getting like 12 hours of sleep and going to bed early. Well, last night we didn't get to eat dinner, and I'll explain that in just a second. But can you see that I got totally burnt yesterday when I was out? Look at that. And I even wore sunscreen and everything. So, I'm not in a hurry to get outside today, although it's cloudy. So I don't, like, it's, here, I'll show you guys outside what it looks like. It's kind of cloudy outside. So it's beautiful. Oh, did I just stop it? But it's cloudy outside. So, I'm not, like, in a real hurry to get outside, so. Anyway, I need to vlog, so I'm not going to vlog forever because Alex said he has to come back here and he has to do like an hour's worth of work. So I'm going to, he just wants to leave our stuff down there, so I'm going to go down there and sit. And I just filmed a video for my drama channel, my Peter Monn channel. And now I'm vlogging. And I was going to get up last night. I set my alarm again to vlog. And I got up and I turned my alarm off. Well, I set an alarm for last night. And then I set an alarm for this morning. Because I was like, if I don't get up at night, then I'll just, then I can just get up and I'll have my alarms already set for the morning. And Alex turned on the rainstorms. And it was so nice. And I slept like the rainstorms on our radio thing, and I slept so good last night. The bed that we have in here is so comfy. So I don't even know. Yesterday, I went down and I thought we were going to be at the little private pool, but we were actually on the beach yesterday, which was nice. And the area that we were at wasn't crowded at all. And the water was cold, like when you first got in, but then it was like, it was really nice. And like nobody was getting in the water, which was really interesting to me. So I got into the water a couple times and just laid there and listened to music. And it was just really nice to just kind of relax and all of that kind of stuff. And then, what else? So we did that during the day. And then our plan had been to, I know this is like a weird angle, but it's comfortable for me because I've got my elbow like on the pillow, so it's comfortable for me for holding this. But anyway, then our plan had been to come back and just like to the room and like take showers like right away and leave and go get something to eat because we knew that they had this curfew in place, so like everything was shutting down early. And even though like everything that happened, it happened between like 5th and 16th Streets. Which is like South Beach, and we're like at like 43rd or 45th, so we're like way far away from that. But the curfew is over all of Miami, and the curfew is at 8 o'clock. So, we were like, well, I said, I just want to go and like, let's go have something to eat, and then that way, we will, you know, at least be able to get back and all this kind of stuff in time. So we got back to our room. Oh, before we got back up here, our friend who was down here for the weekend too, that he's the one that has these places. He lives in Indianapolis, but he comes down here on the weekends because his family is down here and stuff. He was going to this like bar restaurant with a friend of his, and he's like, why don't you come with us or meet us there? And so we were like, okay, I think it's called Deck. I don't remember. But you guys, this place was very bougie, I will say, first of all, but very cool. It was really, really cool. And it was like Mediterranean. They had like, they had these girls that were like holding these like fire sticks and stuff walking through the place. It It was all out. The whole thing was outside. It was like this tent restaurant outside, and the tables were like these like really high top tables, and they had like booths that looked like canopies. That like it was really cool. It was like it looked like something that you would see, like in Greece or something. And they played like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like techno music, but then they had like a steel metal drum player that was playing it, and it wasn't like real busy or anything, and it was just, we would just like stood at the bar, and like they had a drink and then we had a Coke. And so Alex and I were under the understanding that we were there to have dinner, but that was not their plan. They had already eaten, and so they were just there like hanging out. We didn't know that. So it was like getting closer to the curfew, and our friend was like staying, we didn't know this part either, that he was staying at like his mom's place, which is like on that side of the what do you call it, of the bridges. And he was like, yeah, because if we stay out any later, he was like, I don't know that I'll be able to get back. And we're like, well, what do you mean? And he was like, well, because the bridges were so bad last night. He was like, they were closed and stuff. And we had heard that, but we didn't really know anything about it because we were back in our room by like 8 or 9, right? And so Alex was like, well, babe, what do you want to do? And this was still like early enough. And I was like, I think we should go. Like, I think we should go. And we had planned to come to Lincoln Road and go get something to eat at one. There's like all these restaurants. And I was like, I think we should go to Lincoln Road and we should get something to eat. And then at least that way we're close enough that if we have to walk back, we can walk back, right? And he was like, yeah, okay. So, so we left and we took an Uber to Lincoln Road, and it was like, so Alex was asking the Uber driver, well, I don't remember, but anyway, by the time that we, like when we were on our way there, Alex was like, if we get to Lincoln Road and it's closed, like if stuff is closed, can we just have you keep on taking us to our last stop? And the guy's like, yeah, that's no problem. And then got so confusing, like Alex kept on like, so he was like, you would have to order another Uber and then I'll just pick it up, right? Like I'll pick up the ride when we get there. And so Alex, he's like, yeah, I think like when we were getting closer and closer to Lincoln Road, I mean, it was dead outside. There was like nobody outside last night. It was kind of weird. And this is at like, you guys, this is at like 7:45, 8 o'clock in Miami, dead. Like, I don't know what South Beach was like, but where we were, it was like dead. And so, we're getting closer and closer to Lincoln Road, and Alex is like, should we just go back to the hotel? And I was like, yeah, I think we should just go back to the hotel. We can just go eat at one of the restaurants there. So, now mind you, where we're staying, there's like 3 or 4 nice restaurants, but then to go anywhere, there's not like really anything around here to eat, right? And like pizza places and delivery places, they're like closed at 8 o'clock because of the curfew. So, we get to Lincoln Road, or we get close to Lincoln Road, and Alex is like, I'm just going to have him, like, take us all the way. And he's like, don't you think? And he was like, do you want to do that? I was like, yeah, or whatever. So anyway, so he keeps on ordering it and telling the guy, and the guy doesn't pick up the ride. And this happens like 2 or 3 times. So Alex just looks at me, and he's like, we're just going to get out at Lincoln Road, and then I'll just order another Uber. And I was like, that's fine. So this is the worst. I mean, I did that video called on my Peter Does Stuff channel, like, let's talk about my gym. This is like the worst. See how much like just the angle of the camera makes a difference. But anyway, it's all lies. It's just all lies and angles of the camera. So anyway, and this battery is like already dying because I just filmed that video on my other channel. But anyway, so we get out at Lincoln Road, and Alex orders another Uber, and it's like 10 or 15 minutes. So we just stood there. And there were like, I mean, all the restaurants were closed. Like it was crazy. So we finally get back to the hotel, and Alex is like, well, where do you want to go eat? And there's this place called, I think it's called Pizza Burger. We ate there when we were here the last time, and it's really good. And they have like pasta and salads and like burgers and stuff like that. So we go up there, and the woman is like, we're not taking any more. So Alex is like, how long is it a wait for 2 people? And at this point, it was like 8:15, it was maybe 8:30. And he was like, how long of a wait for 2 people? And she was like, we stopped taking names when we were 2 hours out because that was our closing time. And Alex is like, there's a 2-hour wait right now. And she's like, yeah. And she was like, we're not taking it. We haven't been taking names for like a half an hour. she's like, you can try the Italian restaurant down the way, or there's a Chinese restaurant. And so Alex was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't want Chinese food. So he was like, okay, let's just go and we'll try this Italian place. So the Italian place in here looks really cute. The Chinese restaurant is supposed to be really nice too. So, so anyway, we started walking towards this Italian restaurant, and we like literally right when we walked in, like there's like the hostess is standing there, and like this manager comes and he like cuts us off. It's just us standing there. He like walks in front of us and he like turns around and he says to this girl that's working there, he was like, don't let one more person in. The bar is shut off. The restaurant's shut off. We can't have any more people in here. People are going to start coming in here in droves and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking in there and there's like all these empty tables. And he was like, and she's like, so the restaurant and the bar is closed. He's like, well, we're going to keep on serving everybody that's in there. Like, I'm like, oh my God, if we had just come in here 3 minutes earlier, you know? So anyway, he's like, but we can't let anybody else in. Close the doors. And if people have to come out, we'll like unlock it and let them out and all this kind of stuff. He's like, but nobody else can come in here. And I was like, so I looked at her and I go, so that includes us? And she was like, yeah. She was kind of laughing. I felt bad for her. So I was like, okay. So Alex is like, do you want to just go get room service? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So we get back to our room. We're all excited to order room service and watch a movie, okay? Now, mind you, let me show you what Alex and I bought, okay? I bought Cafe Bustelo coffee cups, these M&Ms, and Lay's, okay? That's all I have from the grocery store. My husband, he has a 12 case of Heineken beer, Sweet Tarts, and Nerds. This is, oh, and he had a bag of Smart Pop. That's all we have to eat in the room, okay? I did have a grilled cheese yesterday on the beach with fries. And Alex did have chicken fingers, thank God, okay? So we go and we scan the menu for the, what is that noise? For the room service thing. And Alex and I are looking at it each on our phones, and I'm like, why is mine only pulling up breakfast? And Alex is like, mine's only pulling up breakfast too. And I'm like, am I doing something wrong? And he goes, no. So Alex, like at this point, and I have to tell you, and like my husband, number one, he is not a complainer, okay? He does not complain whatsoever. And like he's really kind of had it with some of the things that have happened at this hotel since we've arrived, okay? First of all, the 7-hour wait was probably the first thing. But there's been a few things that my husband has not been real happy about. And he does not complain. He is literally the last person to complain ever, okay? So he stands up. He's so hungry at this point. He stands up and he marches over to the phone over there, okay? And he picks up the phone and he calls room service. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, babe, I go, let's just go to bed. We'll just eat tomorrow. Let's just go to bed. There's no room service, okay? They obviously only have breakfast on there because it's just breakfast. There's no dinner or anything, right? So he's like, calls room service, and I'm just sitting here. I'm just kind of like this at this point on my phone, you know? And I hear the room service pick up, and it goes, hello, room service. They go, hello, room service. I go, no, it goes, welcome to room service. And Alex goes, yeah. And like before he can even get a word out, it says, we are currently closed. He just lays down the phone. And he marches back over here. And he's like, I am so mad. And I go, babe. And he's like, had just finished his popcorn. And I said, babe, we just need to go to bed. I said, we can have something tomorrow. I said, I just wish I had some real food. And he goes, well, it's the same diet that you had while we were stuck at home during COVID. Because all I ate was onion chips and chips and onion dip. I was like, okay. So he was like watching excerpts of Schitt's Creek on his phone. So then that light kind of passed. And I was like, well, at least we got to go to that cool place last night. Or that cool restaurant bar place. So anyway, tonight we are going to try to make reservations for some place so that we can actually get into a restaurant and not have to. I can't go another day without eating. I just can't do it. So anyway, I had a bottle of water. Where's that? There it is. Oh, man. So that was our day. And, yeah. So, we thought that we were meeting with the agents today, but that's going to be tomorrow. And that's going to be like early, well, not early, but like late after, like between like 1 or 2 tomorrow. And then... we're doing that tomorrow, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday we're changing places, and then we're doing Friday, and like a little bit on Saturday. So yeah, I'm excited about it. So that'll be tomorrow. So I'll have at least some things to talk about tomorrow. We were actually talking with our friend last night about it, because so like all of his family live in the Brickell area. Like they have like apartments or condos like in buildings over in Brickell, and he stays here. But he's only here, like if he lived here full time he wouldn't. That's what he was saying to us. So he rents these out as like Airbnbs, but he only comes down on the weekends because he lives in Indianapolis and he works in Indianapolis. So, but like the rest of his family is down here. Yeah, this place last night was very, very cool. I don't know, have you ever, I should look it up on my phone is plugged in, I'm charging it. That was the other thing. I forgot to plug in my phone the night before when I slept, so I got to the beach and I had like 30% battery on my phone. And I wanted to listen to my audiobook, you know, but I didn't have enough battery on my phone, so anyway. Yeah, the place was really cool that we went to last night. Although, like, I will say this, I was not very dressed up. I mean, I thought I looked cute. I had this little polo shirt on. Well, you can go look at my Instagram. I had like blue shorts on. I looked at Alex and I said, does this like look like, this is where like either it's culture difference and also the age difference. I said, does this look too Granimals? And he goes, what's that? And I go, never mind. If you guys don't know what Granimals are like when I was growing up, like kids wore them. And like when you went to the store to like match outfits, it would be like a shirt and like you would match like a lion to a lion. Do you guys remember that back in the day? Like the tag would have like a lion and the shirt would have, like the pants would have a lion on it. And that way you knew they went together so you could pick out the right ones. But they were always very matchy. And so I had this like striped Ralph Lauren t-shirt on that I just got that I was so proud of because it's an XL and I fit into it instead of a 2XL. And I wore it and then a pair of blue shorts and I wore these blue Birkenstock sandals that I have. And so I was like, does this look too Granimals? And he goes, no, oh, my battery is dying. Because Alex said to me, I go, what's kind of like the vibe of this place we're going? He goes, it's very Ralph Lauren. I go, okay. We get there, it's very not Ralph Lauren, okay? It wasn't at all. It was, everybody was like, all the girls were like in, you know, like cocktail dresses and very nice dressed. Well, there were a couple people there. There was like, I mean, but they were all like my age, you know? And the guys were very, well, it was kind of, like, I would say most of the people there were Latino. The guy that we were with, he's Venezuelan as well, and then his friend was from El Salvador. And it just was really, really a fun place. And they were dressed nice, very nice. And, like, our friend had, like, a sport coat on with, like, a t-shirt underneath it and a pair of nice jeans and nice shoes. And I didn't. And I didn't. I had a t-shirt on and shorts. But I looked nice. I just wasn't super dressed up. You know what I mean? So that's where I always get like real uncomfortable. Like I'm like, do I look stupid? And I'm like, if it was my dad at my age, he would have been like, I don't give a shit. Like I'm here, you know? Like as long as I can pay for my meal, they shouldn't worry about it. That was always my dad's attitude about stuff, you know? My dad who always wore cutoff jean shorts and a t-shirt. But anyway, that was nice. It was just, and you know, I woke up today and I'm not even really that hungry because I ate half that bag of chips last night, so. Anyway, all right, you guys, I am sorry that I have to end this video and it's so short today. I didn't even make it to 20 minutes, but I will try to make it longer for tomorrow, I promise. Although I probably won't have tons to talk about. And then, yeah, so anyway, like I said, these are going to be a little bit shorter while I'm gone, and just, you know, bear with me, and then when I get back, we'll be back to the longer car vlog. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!